Morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Should be able to see my index futures screen right now. Let me know if you guys are having any issues or anything like that, but it looks good on my end. I'm trying to turn up my mic volume a little bit, so let me know if that's not okay. But trying to make sure it's good for you guys. Any questions, feel free to just drop them into chat, and then I'll be sure to help you as we get going. And then just right now, I'll draw the positions just so it's a little bit easier to see. We did get a bearish confirmation as of right here on both the ES and the NQ. So we're already looking for reasons to be short. And then the US 30 15 minutes ago also provided a short opportunity right here. And then I'm going to right click this and show you the average on US 30. So we are looking for US 30 to get to the very bottom of this box. That's 105 ticks on average, and that is our average win. And so we'll be looking for this to finish playing out here on US 30. But right now, all three indexes are confirmed bearish, and we'll be looking for them to continue pushing down. I'm going to quickly pop over to stocks as we get pushing through. Right now, in the pre-market, Tesla is confirmed bearish. Microsoft over here, center right, is not confirmed bearish yet. It's neutral. Let me just show you. You can see we have a hit here on the box, but it hasn't closed below just yet. So when this candle closes in 11 minutes, if it closes under, we can have puts on Microsoft. If it closes above, then it's going to be calls. But right now, it's not confirmed yet. It has to close after touching the box. We are in calls on Apple, and then NVIDIA just finished its calls. Even though the market's not open, it's what you would look for when the New York session opens, but this also will help us decide what the index futures could hold going into the New York open session. And so right now, NVIDIA was in calls to push up, and now right here at the very top of the box, it's taking profit. So we'll wait till after this close happens to see what it will be decided to do. I'm going to really quick go check on you. US 30 just put in another new low as we're watching this. And then I'm going to tag everybody in our Discord just to make sure that they all know we're here. And if you guys have questions, just reach out to me, and I will keep answering them as we go. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting over to my YouTube stream so I can help answer these questions for you guys. Almost there. There we go. I'm typing over to you guys now as well. And then just let me grab the link to tag everybody in Discord. Almost done. Sorry for my coughing here and there. We'll try to avoid. Keep me posted on that US 30 position, as I'm not looking at that at the moment. Almost there. Sorry, I'm doing my very last thing. And there we go. Okay, cool. If you guys have questions, don't message me on Discord. Just message me directly here, and I'll help you guys out. Dubs, hope you're doing well, bud. Cove, you as well. I can see you guys now on the YouTube side, so I can help answer questions. So yeah, man. One of the biggest takes is, like, those of you that have been on here before with us, is just showing you our strategy stays the same from what you guys knew before, but it's just the fact of showing you how we use the stats that we include now. And I think this is a game changer for, I know a lot of people claim game changers, but just to show you, it's very easy for us to just say, hey man, look how good our system is. Because I mean, this was what we would call like damn near perfect, but everything online is like a logical fallacy. Like, people pick and choose what to show, and like this is just literally today. So if you guys go back and watch our YouTube streams, we show this all the time. But the biggest thing is applying these stats you see to positions. So we backtest 250 worth of trades, and we take every position that works at the system, And these are the stats that you can leverage in your favor. So you can see win rates above 70%, 78 and 76%. You have your average win. And the most important number that people tend to glaze over is the smallest number, which is your average retracement. This is the amount that you're actually able to get into when a position gets activated. So you guys know this when you open a position. Again, and I'll use the example. This is our first bullish confirmation that we had during the Asia session right here. You can clearly see we hit a box, bullish candle, and then there's your long position. And then if you look, you'll see that there's a retracement amount or a wick on the bottom of both of those candles. And so that's a number that is here, and you actually can start leveraging that in your favor. So when this confirms, it retraced 1.5 handles or 6 ticks. We tell you the average is 20. It's very small on the NQ. We had a really powerful move earlier today. It was only 19 ticks on the NQ, 4.75 handles. The average is 95. So what happens is we give you the lowest probability numbers without skewing it in our favor, in your favor instead. So where you could get 6 ticks of retracement added into your position, therefore making the average 72 ticks instead of 66. And then the average loss, instead of being 60, the average now is 54 because you got in at this retracement point. But it doesn't matter because it's 78% of the time you're not going to be stopped out. Anyway, so it's about managing risk, and the system really, really helps people do that. And then from here, let me leave this back on. Just so you can see the average, it's saying the average win is about 16 and a half handles. 16 and a half handles is right about here, exactly right there. See the number 66? That's the average win. But as you can see here, you don't get stopped out. So you more than 2.5x your winning position on that. And then if you look over here on the NQ, the average win, it says is 260. And 260 was about right here, about right on that same candle. You can see your stop loss never gets hit. Your break even never gets hit. And from there, it more than provides 600 ticks of a win on the NQ. And now, again, we're in that second position here at the very top. And again, this would be another good opportunity to show you the stats for all True Algo members. This is where the short starts. Remember, the average retrace is 20 ticks on the ES. And look, so far it has retraced 17 ticks. So you are within 85% accurate now of this retracement. So you're actually able to get in here, and then your stop loss decreases by that 17 amount. So your average stop would be above this box, but the amount has now shrunk to increase the R in your favor, because you're able to get in at this retracement point. Same thing with on the NQ over here to the right side of your screen. And again, helps you to hold things for the right reason. Get these out of the way. And then on the right side of your screen, this is the average on US 30. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see. And then I'm going to come check back on you guys in just a second. US 30 has 32 ticks as the average retracement. It's going to get a little bigger so you guys can see better here. And then let me zoom in just so you can see the position. Instead of worrying about missing this big candle that pushes down for index futures, folks, you don't take an idea till it confirms below the box, okay? So there's the confirmation below. So watch this candle here. Remember, 32 ticks is the average retracement, 17. So a little bit more, it's like 55% the average retracement you got. So you get to put those 17 ticks into your favor. And then from there, it is pushed down 57 ticks. The average is 105. But again, you can get that 17 or somewhat of that average in your favor. So you're roughly up around 70 ticks. And you're trying to finish this position down to the box. I'm going to circle a couple of things just for our members to be aware of. Let me go check on you guys really fast. Cool. Hey, Rick. Hey, Ronnie. Hope you guys are all doing well. You guys all able to hear me and see okay? I know there's a delay, so I have to wait for your answer, and then I'll keep going. But if the current members, if you guys can just let me know if everything's okay with the stream quality, sound, and all that. Thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it, bud. Sweet. And so, for any of you guys hanging out with us, I'm going to circle a couple of things just to be aware of. Over here on the ES, I would put 6,039 on your chart. It's way higher here on the NQ, all the way up at basically the DR box way up there. And then NQ, folks, this would be the first major hit for these shorts where that circle is. I'm going to leave the circles on here as we progress through to the New York opening bell. Right there is the next circle. So these are the two circles I'm going to be aware of. And then US 30, instead of having this average right here, I'm actually going to put that circle right there. And then the other circle, in case we get bullish moves, these become a target. So looking for those circles to be hit. DXY, the pound, I kept updating you guys, those of you who are following our Discord, about the pound has been absolutely amazing. And then now there was one loss right here, and there was no losses before that. So winning short, winning long, another winning long position right here. That played out really, really big all the way to the top side of the box. And then here is your first loss. And I showed this yesterday too. We went 4 for 5 on the pound. Here's that first loss. And then immediately, once you have this short that breaks down by pushing up, you're immediately put into a long position that becomes a very small win, into a take profit. And now you have the potential in the next 2 minutes that this candle can confirm and close below this box, then that would be a short opportunity here on the pound. And again, seeing if we can keep this 80% win rate live on the pound going forward. Silver and oil and gold. Here, gold's on your left. True Algo members, we are still in a huge macro bear trend on gold. And anytime you can look for shorts, that's what we'll be looking for. Same thing, silver is trying to break back above the weekly system. And if it can, then we can look for potential long ideas up here. Gold cannot look for longs until it's much, much higher. So if you continue to fight gold, even if it were to break up parabolic right now, there's no reason to look for longs till gold is way up at the 2688 point. Right now, the best thing to do is just look for reasons to go short on gold. Oil, we talked about this last night on our macro update. That oil has hit our True Algo weekly box, and it is flipping it bullish as we speak. And then the next long position on oil is up here during the New York session. So basically at 69.8 would be the next long position. Let me get this out of our way. And then the next short positions on oil, there's the close right there, guys, is down here. So until this happens, this is what we'll be looking for on oil. Let me get back over to indexes. Make this just a little bit smaller, just so you guys can see. There we go. Still in a short on all three as we lead into 2 more candles before New York opens. I'm going to come check on you guys, see if there's any questions or anything. Morning, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Nat as well. I do agree with Rick. It is free to like the stream. Oddly enough, YouTube grants more grace when you like it afterwards, when the stream is already done, sadly. The euro, we did just get a bearish confirmation on the pound for you Forex folks. I see one of you guys asking. So again, this would be the ideal position, looking like so. But you do have a bearish confirmation here on the euro. Sorry, that's the pound. I know you asked for the euro. I'll pop the euro up for you right now. So the euro and the pound should look eerily similar. And that's something that we teach. We already had a bearish confirmation here, a really good retest of the box as well on the euro, allowing you to get into a sniper type entry. And then you can see the euro, there was a short loss down here during the Asia session. Most people are not active during the Asia session. Then here's your bullish confirmation. That is a win. Another bullish confirmation, back test, huge win. No short here. You see how it doesn't close below the box. And there's your third long pushed out. That's 3 winning longs in a row. Then there's a short here. That's a win. And now here's the euro again in another short. And the pound is also in a short. So this looks good across the board for the pound and the euro to continue pushing down bearish. The euro and pound should always be moving relatively the same direction. They shouldn't be in the opposite direction. So you can use them as a confluence builder. But for the person who just asked, the euro on the left, the pound on your right are both in confirmed short ideas using True Algo. Crypto folks, you are trending bearish. The dashboards are really small because I don't have them big, so they don't cloud my screen. But this is that True Algo dashboard. And right now on the day, both Bitcoin and ETH are trending bearish. Cool. And then up here, yesterday, here, I'll show you what I mean. Bitcoin allowed us opportunities just to show you. This is what happened in 2021, by the way. I was talking to our True Algo members last night about this, but I just want to show you, like, even if you, like, sometimes people will tell you, hey man, I missed the move, I can't get anything. I just want to show you how perfect it was last night, or sorry, during the New York session. This is right around 4, 5, 6 a.m. in the morning yesterday, and then you can see True Algo's catching the short available on Bitcoin at 98.7, and then on ETH here we finally get some closes below 34.7. We didn't short this on ETH, but on Bitcoin we did. And then when you look at today, even if you miss these opportunities, you're trying to find out, was there an additional short? So like you can see, this is where we shorted. We had this on our live stream as well from right here. And now going into today, you can see that they're continuing to flip the weekly system. And now once we close below the yellow box, we have now started a bearish trend both on a day and on a week. So there's no reason to long crypto right now. If you're longing crypto, it's the same thing like you're trying to fight gold and silver when they're in bearish confirmations as well. So crypto folks, continue to look for lower on crypto. Don't let anyone else tell you differently. Apple is still confirmed bullish. Microsoft, it's so small. I'm going to still keep Microsoft neutral, so can't look for calls or puts just yet. It's still neutral because the close is too close to the box right there on that bearish candle. Nvidia did confirm bearish right here after hitting that full take profit on the long ideas. So now they're selling Nvidia. Tesla's still bearish as well. So right now we have bearish, bullish, neutral, bearish. So 2 out of 4 of the big 7 are saying the same direction, and then the other 2 are not helping. It just means that there could be some inconsistencies about the index futures right here. So that's something to be aware of as we get closer to the New York Open here in 10 minutes. There's no clear direction that the big 7 are helping push in a specific direction. If Microsoft can get a close above here, you can see it starting to creep up. Then Microsoft will be saying to take calls here at the New York Open or potentially in 11 minutes. And that means there's a high probability that the NQ and the ES index futures could push up very big. So watch this candle. It doesn't close for 11 more minutes. We go based off of confirmation closes, so we'll be waiting until that occurs. We do have DXY. I'm not going to pop DXY up. It was up there earlier. I already showed you the euro and the pound trader X. So there's no reason to worry about DXY. Right now, DXY is stuck in our trend system. So there's no new moves to be taken on it. Ray is asking what I said about the white circles above price on the ES and NQ. Ray, those are that New York high of yesterday. So seeing if New York, if we get a bullish confirmation here above the box on the ES and NQ, that will be a loss on the short side, it's saying right now. But if you get a close above these 2 boxes, those circles become major take profit areas. And that's why I put them on there. Just like yesterday, I think Ray, if you're Raymo from inside our Discord. And so like the average is 260, and you can see here that's 100 ticks bigger than the average. So that would be an opportunity, depending on where this candle closes, to get into a long position to tap those 2 circles. And the opposite is on the circles on the bottom, bud, as you can see there. Reminder, if you're in that US 30 short, that once you travel 50% of the average move, you move your stop to break even. Malik, you might be the first person I've seen talk about Litecoin in a long time. We have over 40 coins specifically to our indicator. We always ask our crypto members which coins they want, and then we put those in there. Litecoin isn't a big coin that people are watching as much nowadays as it hasn't moved. But I can pop it up, or just give me an, I mean, I don't, let me check. Litecoin might not be in here just because it doesn't move as aggressive anymore. You can see Litecoin is going to look very similar to ETH and BTC, as most coins do. Again, shorts here that have pushed down, but nothing special on Litecoin to be concerned about. I know a lot of people still look at Sol. FTM had a big move the other day. You see how they all pretty much relatively look the same. Again, easy shorts on Sol here. And then it's not in a bearish trend yet. I mean, the system is really good. Just showing you what I see. Like, a push through the yellow weekly box into our daily box. This is as low as prices should go before it should reverse this, and you can see it held its own. This stops our members from like getting trapped and shorting any type of low opportunity and holding its own. If there's other coins you guys want me to see, I'll pop that up here every now and then, but we tend to focus on the index futures, commodities, and stocks as we get towards the New York Open. Oh my gosh. Why is it not showing? There we go. Sorry about that. Apologies, I was trying to find Tether and it was not being friendly. Yep, I already showed you Sol, so you're good, bud. Sorry about the delay. I'm watching the stream back here as I'm streaming to you guys, and that's the one thing that bothers me about YouTube. The quality's pretty good, but there's always a 10-second or so delay that YouTube puts in there for obvious reasons. Those shorts on the pound and the euro are going fantastic so far. Going to see if we can get these bad boys down to the next box leading into this New York Open. But the euro and the pound shorts going well. Reminder, the only thing we're looking for on gold and silver is shorts. Again, short opportunities as we're trending bearish from True Algo. And then there's no new move on oil. Either a long up here or a short down here if you did not catch the long opportunity from the Asia session upwards. So I won't be coming back to them as often just because there's no new moves that can take place. Instead, we'll be focusing on the index futures and then keeping posting on this euro and the pound short. I'm going to move this out of the way as we travel. In 6 minutes, there's a new close on the index futures. And then we'll see if we get a close above the box. That would be, again, this bullish confirmation. If not, right now, this is part of that retracement period. Again, so on that initial short on the, we've hit the average retracement now on the NQ against the bullish position, or sorry, the bearish position. So Anas is saying, I said gold is bearish, but it's, oh yeah, so Anas, watch this, bud, for anybody. I'm going to make it big. So he's saying that I said that gold is bearish, but he's saying it is above our first zone. You see that, bud? But you see the giant red box? It's red for a reason. You're in a macro bearish trend from our system. And so the biggest things you should be looking for is to push down. Now, on top of that, even if, but if like you're asking about the daily system, there would have to be this candle that's currently green has to close green even to perceive to push bullish back up to here. And that hasn't happened yet. But you are in a macro bear trend. It pays literally to look for reasons to short versus looking for reasons to go long. So like I wouldn't take a long position up here anyways because I'm fighting the trend that our system says to go down. And if you took that process yesterday, when we closed on Monday, like that's where you're able to go from 200 or 2650 on gold all the way down to essentially 2620 during the New York session. And I think you were with us on OS, but everyone was here. We were live in our Discord here, live streaming, and that was covered. I think Rick was one of those people who's trying to go all the way down to 2625, and this was at 2647, and we did get to that target throughout the New York session down here to our intermediate scalp. So I do agree that what you're saying about the Z zone, but I can't take longs here. I would rather let it run because that same process occurred yesterday and we fell to the floor. Let me know if that makes sense, bud. Oil rejecting pretty nicely here, so we might get a short opportunity. And Ronnie, you're correct, bud. I was reading what you wrote in chat. Thanks, man. It's a solo asset. You don't have to worry about silver doing anything. Man, I can't even remember the last time I looked at Theta. The euro did put in another new low. I'm not sure if Theta is still one of the coins that we watch. We tend to watch the ones that have the best volatility within the system, or if members want a new coin. This might not be. Oh, yeah, it is covered. You'll see Theta in just a second when it loads. unless I break it and then it won't load, which is also possible. Doesn't really look like Theta's done much. I'm not going to sit here and wait if it doesn't pop up. Getting a really big bullish move into here now on the ES and NQ. See if Microsoft in those. Yeah, Microsoft breaking up quite strong. The calls on Apple still pushing up. Again, you can't be in calls, but this is the bigger players that are moving their positions in the pre-market session. You can open up calls and puts here in 18 minutes when New York opens, but right now the long opportunities on Apple is taking place. And then Microsoft, as long as it closes this green candle above this box, that would be longs. And that should pull the futures market up. That's why we show you the stocks, because they are a good inkling of what the index futures are going to do here shortly. Yeah, apparently I broke Theta, so I am not going to worry about that at the moment. Trying to still manage my position, sorry. True Algo members, I talked to a couple of you guys yesterday in DMs just about the NQ, some of the volatility. It's a little bit difficult for you guys to handle. So look at reasons for the ES and silver. Those are the two smallest retracement periods in the system. Get another candle close here in 2 minutes. The NQ looks like it potentially is going to close above, but the ES might not make it. Therefore, there's no new position to take. We'll still be waiting. Will gold get to 2660? There's no support at 2660, so not really worried about gold getting up there at the moment. If it's from the macro chart, that's different, and we can talk about that later. But right now, I'm not really worried about getting up to that. If we do get a close below the red box, then absolutely we can start heading down towards that 2500 price target that you're talking about. Another close here in less than a minute. I see some of you guys messaged me on Discord, so I'm just checking it real fast. There's that close again. So the NQ is now in a bullish confirmation right here, True Algo members. So it increases the likelihood we're going to head up to that circle target, but the ES is not in a bullish confirmation just yet. It has to close above here. So that means if the NQ does continue its bullish way, it'll pull the ES, which means the NQ is going to be higher close from its box on the next candle. But this could mean right at New York Open, if this candle can push up here, that right at New York Open, we're going to have a bullish confirmation, and they should come tap this circle quite aggressively at New York Open. We'll see that here in 15 minutes. Nothing new on Forex. There's no new close on anything except for stocks. So I'm going to adjust Microsoft now. It is no longer neutral. Microsoft is now in a bullish confirmation. So Microsoft and Apple. And now you can start to see the stocks starting to diverge from each other. NVIDIA on the right side, Tesla on the left side are both bearish, but Apple and Microsoft are bullish. So True Algo members, that just means that the current situation of the index futures is going to be a little bit of consolidation or inconsistent because these four are not agreeing on what to do. So we should see consolidation where we're at now. And again, the ES hasn't confirmed, so it would make sense. And Ronnie is correct again. Thanks, bud. I appreciate you continuing to answer questions and also pointing out what you're seeing in the system. It's the quickest way to learn it, bud. Remember, Ronnie, this is exactly everybody, so you know what the ES and NQ did yesterday. So markets are supposed to be boring. They're not supposed to be like fun and exciting. And so like yesterday on our live stream, I'll rewind the tape just so you guys can see it. This was the New York session yesterday, and every one of these closes, you'll see with the circles I'm putting on here as we're waiting for the system to load. Every time one of these confirmed to go long, the other system like would cancel each other out. But we want that to happen because, like, here's the first long right here. You see this first circle? But then look at the NQ, same circle. The NQ didn't close above the box, so you don't go long here. And then look at the next candle. You now escape major drawdown. And then look at the wick on the very next one. Then the ES pushes up again, left side, into our box. You don't long the box above. And then over here, you'll see that the NQ actually confirms above our box, telling you to go long. But the ES says stop. So once again, you don't enter in position, and look at what happens on the very next candle. Massive rejection. Then the NQ closes way down here, making you think, well, now I'm going to miss the move. I can't get into this position. And you can see here on the very next candle, the ES confirms. You get a very big retracement. But until you close above here, there's no reason to go long. Therefore, there's only looking for shorts. And you can see here, same thing on the NQ. And then yesterday, our members were able to play this. And there is a long opportunity that happens afterwards too. And so from here, you're able to catch these shorts. And now, again, follow the rules. The ES has now hit target. No reason to take any additional shorts. And this is a huge monster of a win here on the ES and NQ. This is why I'm just telling you we follow rules. And then from here, the ES is telling you now to go long. And you got to zoom in. This one is very close, but it's there. That is a bullish candle closing above this box. And it is 3 ticks. Therefore, it is a bullish long. And so after we had the initial shorts pushed down, we had to wait 45 minutes for the candles to confirm. You can see it immediately goes into a take profit on those longs. So that's why right now, when you see Ronnie, one of our members, talking about that, about canceling each other out, this is what you need, because you need to make sure market conditions are correct in order for you to take any type of idea. And so even though the NQ right now is telling us to go long, we require that the ES and NQ tell us to do the same thing. That's what's in this box right here. And so the ES is not telling us to go long yet, so there is no long position to be had. And reminder for you guys that are hanging out with me, I'm showing you that the stocks are inconsistent across the board. 2 are saying long, 2 are saying short. Therefore, they are saying that there's going to be issues here, and now you're seeing it. This continued consolidation is what is occurring. And then True Algo members, I just want to point out, most of the people on this stream are not going to understand what I'm saying. But if we are in some type of new trend from the markets, as in if we are now in a bear trend, everybody is bullish, but we're now in a macro bear trend, where is price going to hover? And price is always going to hover at the top part of our boxes to get everybody to be super bullish, because we're in a bear trend and they're in the wrong side of it. And then it will always reject very quickly. And then it will long from the bottom of our system very quick. Look, and that's what I'm trying to show you. Because most people are only trying to look for long positions, but people tend to only take the wrong side of positions. So they're not long in the Asia session. 95% of them can't even trade during Asia. And so you see how quickly price bounces from our lower boxes. But then look at the upper boxes. This is where they have to trap traders to collect as much as they can before actually reversing price. We did the same thing when we were in the bullish trend when everybody was bearish. Price tends to collect at the bottom of the boxes, but then reject quite fast from the top boxes. Again, most of the people that I'm talking to that are not in our group won't know what I'm saying, but you guys should. Nothing new on oil. Nothing new on crypto. Nothing new on stocks. Microsoft and Apple rejecting quite hard here. They're in 9 minutes. If these close below the box, then they're then in a bearish confirmation. That would be really good if they both can close below this box in the next 9 minutes, because then all 4 will then say the same direction, and that means more than likely we would get a bearish move here at New York Open, but we won't know that until the close here in now 8 minutes. Just want to make sure you guys can see those circle targets. You're welcome, Ronnie. Thank you, Otoro. Malik, I'm not sure what you mean, buddy. Sorry if I'm not understanding your question. Oh, you mean pair, not paid, I believe is what you meant to type. Yeah, so we teach our True Algo members everything on crypto is paired with the totals or with Tether, I think is what you're saying. So like when we take ideas with Bitcoin, and we always are using Tether as a confluence builder. So if we're looking for shorts on Bitcoin or ETH, because or any altcoin, you want Tether to look bullish through the system. And so I think that's what you're saying. Stocks, you don't have that, but on stocks, I do look at them to help True Algo members have a higher probability whether or not we're going to break up or break down at the New York Open. You guys see the inconsistencies right now that are starting to play out. Again, the shorts are still holding for Nvidia and on Tesla, but lots of inconsistencies on Apple and Microsoft, two of the biggest players of there. Again, these 4 of the 7 make up 30% of the stock market. That's why I watch them with members. And now Apple very close to confirming below the box. And if it does, then it's puts. And then that's when New York opens, when you actually can take puts. Same thing on Microsoft if it closes below. And that means all of these across the board will be in bearish confirmation still. And the reminder, True Algo members, the average retracement we give you on the ES is 20 ticks of retracements on this initial short. And you can see so far it's retraced 24 ticks. Again, only 4 ticks more than the average. It's about 15 to 17% more than the average. Sorry, 25% to 28% of the average right now, which is great. And so see if we can continue pushing down. If you're not in any position here, if this red candle closes below the box, that would be a new short position to push down. The shorts are still active on the ES. We get a new close here in 6 minutes, 5.5 minutes, everybody. Again, I'm just checking on gold and silver and oil really quick. No new positions at all. Yeah, it's all good, Malik. I thought that's what you meant, but I was having trouble when I saw the spelling. Jeremy, hope you're doing well, bud. Gonna sit here and chill a little bit while we wait for the New York session to open. Another big sell just came in. Check the stocks. Yeah, Microsoft causing the biggest issue. Nvidia putting in a new low on this shorts, again, right side of your screen. So if this closes below this box, then you immediately flip into puts here at open. So yeah, and then just so True Algo members are all on the same page, the NQ, this would constitute a loss, but this is the loss that you want because this is the smallest loss possible. Again, not escaping from losses. That ES is still in that short confirmation. You don't close your position until you confirm and close above, because the only reason why you would close is because you should be getting into the other side of a trade. So this would be a new short for anyone who's not in it, unless you're still in it from here, and now you're almost at the break-even point as well. New York opens here in 4.5 minutes. Note that the US 30 right side of your screen and the middle of your screen, the NQ, they will diverge for about the first 45 minutes of New York Open. So the first couple of seconds, they'll move in the same direction, but then after that, about 30 seconds goes by, they'll start to diverge from each other. And then I'll sit here. When New York opens, I'll stay on here with you guys. You'll notice that we don't jump into positions like crazy. We wait for our candle to close confirmation to get into any type of ideas. Again, this is that same short earlier on the ES. Your position is a close when it closes above that box. The average win is 16.5 handles. So we're trying to get the ES to get here during this New York opening sequence. That's that take profit. Again, if it closes above this box, then it's longs. The NQ will get ready to put in. If it closes below this box, that is a new bearish confirmation. And then we'll average out the win, that 260 here once it closes. the average win on the NQ is starting to increase. So True Algo members, I'm looking to update this potentially over the holiday break, where the average win number has now gone up, which is good because that just increases the R in our favor over time. Yeah, that is bugging me. There it is. You guys can see the US 30 and the NQ are already starting to diverge. Again, bullish momentum up, bearish momentum down. And then just showing you like how wild they can be. Nvidia going absolutely perfect. Right side of your screen. Tesla going against the position. Apple, really good back test and now pushing up, still holding its idea. And then Microsoft, lots of buying going on at Microsoft from the box here. It's still in a bullish confirmation until it closes below. But lots of inconsistencies still. Like again, 2 are bullish, 2 are bearish, which is going to cause some inconsistencies here at New York Open. It does look like the NQ is about to confirm a new short. And again, this is True Algo members. Hard stops above the box to protect your idea in case there is a loss. You don't want the loss to do something like that and take you out of your idea from protecting your capital when you practice. Again, this is all just for demo and paper trading purposes. You guys can see that here at the top. We do not use live funds. We are strictly here to educate and entertain. New York is just about to pop. You'll see this injection of volatility kick in just a second. Well, don't worry, we'll stay on here with you guys. Nvidia going absolutely great. These puts should finish playing out right here when New York opens. This is that potential that we'll see later if we get it. Does look like it's going to confirm bearish. See if the ES can flush downwards here at the open, or if it's going to push out, close, and then get bullish confirmations to get to the above circle. No new position now on US 30. You can see that weekly open still supporting the NQ as well. There's the New York Open. No new position on US 30. This is a new confirmation here on the NQ. So on average, looking for 95 ticks of retracement. That means basically we're trying to look to get to the middle of the box on average and then dump back down unless it closes above, and then you'd be looking for a long position. So we'll see if we get that retracement period. And then just showing you guys what I meant about gold and silver. You can see gold, everyone probably started getting bullish again, and then it has dropped another $5 an ounce on the close of that candle. Silver and gold are still very, very bearish, and then oil is not in a new position, has to close above or below. Apple has now, just so you guys can see, Apple has pushed up really, really aggressive. Tesla is still bearish. Microsoft has now pushed below, but there's no close. There was a big gap that TradingView just fixed with the broker. And then Nvidia back testing the box. Tesla starting to take profit. Nothing new on the indexes. We did get that 95 tick retracement on the NQ at the moment. There is no new position here on US 30. And now you guys are seeing that divergence I was talking about. You see how the NQ middle of your screen is pushing up, but US 30, that current candle was red. Again, that's that divergence we talk about. Whoops, sorry. The pound and the euro are still confirmed bearish. See if we can put in a new low on this current candle. Silver and gold both putting in a new low on the current candles. Nothing new on crypto. We're still bearish on both Ethereum and Bitcoin. And then the stocks providing a lot of inconsistencies. Nvidia has now pushed up on the right side of your screen. No new confirmation. Apple at the take profit box. And Microsoft is still bullishly confirmed. Very, very big wick down, but still holding. We should get a lot of bullish momentum here. And again, back to that divergence. Look at the NQ once again pushing back up above the box. Again, that inconsistency of the stocks. And then US 30 diverging and going down while the NQ is going up. ES still holding in the same idea area. And True Algo members, this is what I was talking to you guys about NQ, that a lot of you guys, the earlier in your trading careers, that it'll be harder for you to handle the volatility that exists on the NQ. So tend to move towards silver and ES. They have less volatility, less wicks, less bigger candles. Because it goes both ways. A lot of people like to play the NQ because they feel like they can win more, but it goes both ways. You can also lose more. I'm looking at your message, Rick. Microsoft just went parabolic. Again, you guys can see that. Long reload, push up for calls at the open. Tesla has now pushed above the box as well. So all four are looking very bullish. So you should see indexes tend to push up here aggressively. We still need to close above the box and then kill any type of short position. I'm trying to see these gold shorts. Yeah, both gold and silver shorts. You guys see what I was talking about? For the person who just asked. Again, that's why I forgot who was that. If it was Malik or whoever it was, that it doesn't matter that you were above the smallest zone in our system. True Algo is telling you we should be looking for reasons to push down on gold. And then again, like I was telling you guys, and you can see, even that just alone, guys, that's $7 an ounce. And that's a huge move. You can see silver putting in a new low as well. Again, that's why that system is so important, that it has a red arrow downwards flagging us that we should be looking for reasons to push down. Indexes are still consolidating. NQ with another close back above. Really dirty play right now on the NQ. Hopefully that made sense, True Algo members, while I was trying to push you guys towards the ES. I'll be right back. And then True Algo members, I'll jump off here soon, and I'm going to jump back over to Discord with you guys. That way there's no delay. Might get a new short position here in a little bit for oil. Nothing new on crypto. We did almost put in a new low again on the pound and the euro. Those shorts are still holding. US 30 pushing back down real strong. Watch these circles. Again, that'll be the next target here, everybody. No new positions yet, sorry. I was in this. Yes, you're welcome, bud. Ronnie, for me, there's no new short because it hasn't closed. If anything, this can be used part of the retracement period for you guys if you were in a short. It is not bullishly confirmed. Again, the only way to get bullish is has to hit a box and close above. But that initial short retrace back to the box, now push down. But for me, like, if I'm just telling you, like, the way I was on the idea that it did travel 50% the average move and now came back up to retrace. And it's up to you if you want to get back in. It's not something that I'm back in again. Again, not going to flip-flop on you guys. I've been trying to keep pushing you guys towards the Forex side yesterday and today just because of what we were saying on the macro update. See if we can continue to get these shorts to play out. You can see how aggressive the NQ is being. You see how it's back below into the box once again with this retracement period. Sorry, I'm going to try to not bounce around too much anymore, guys, to not confuse you guys. And then True Algo members, just here in a little bit, I'm going to jump back over to Discord so you guys get my private help without the delay on YouTube. Man, Tesla is so aggressive. Still in those bearish confirmations on Tesla, but a big wick to try to take people out of their position. Apple, one thing I want to note, True Algo members, is Apple, Microsoft, and NVIDIA are all at the same take profit box. And you can see both Apple and NVIDIA, huge take profits are occurring. And Microsoft is starting to, again, after those initial calls played out. But still not seeing consistency across all four, which is causing the inconsistencies on the indexes. And for you guys that are not members of True Algo, you can see how the NQ is continuing to be green and the US 30 is continuing to be red. That's the divergence I told you that happens the first 45 minutes of New York Open, and we are still getting that like crazy. So Dineth, I know you're not a member of our group, Dineth. I know I'm not saying your name right. The the only thing we can be on gold is bearish. That's the best way that I can put it for you. So you can use that for whatever you want. Again, we are just here for demo and paper trading purposes only. If you do join our group, we'll be able to show you how to use the system. Again, you can see that NQ just really, really bold up against, and then that circle target right here by our daily box would be the first thing if it activates above. We're still 7 minutes away from the close, so just watching this happen. And meanwhile, while that NQ is just going straight up, you can see US 30 continuing to go down. First circle target here at 44,608. Meanwhile, the ES is still just chilling. Again, True Algo members, this is what I was trying to point out to you guys yesterday. For those of you that do want to have less volatility or stress, the ES is way less stressful. Even though the ticks are worth 75% more when you do the amount of what the ticks are versus each other, it's just less stress. You're welcome, bud. Right now, there's nothing new to take, so I'll be a little quiet here and there, just waiting for this next candle to close here in 6 minutes. US 30 getting closer and closer to that circle target. The ES is still bearishly confirmed. The NQ is still bearishly confirmed, but continue to put very aggressive wicks and candles on this current idea. Gold and silver are still bearish. Oil's getting closer and closer to that short area, but it has to close below the box. There's no entrances in boxes. It's when you close above or below it. Huge take profits occurring on Nvidia. Microsoft still hovering in the same spot, and then Apple is continuing to hook people in here. True Algo members, something that I would really like to happen over this New York session is for Apple and Microsoft. Nvidia is already doing it, but to reject from this daily system and then just absolutely crater the markets, and then that would allow these short opportunities to absolutely plummet down to the DSZ zone of the system. We'll see if we get it. Remember, it has to close below. Hope is not a strategy. The strategy is when you close below the box of the bearish candle, we can look for reasons for markets to push down. US 30 continuing to inch its way downwards to the circle. Again, the average, if you were in it and you got it into any of that retracement, the average of 105 ticks is still the bottom of that box. And I do like that we continue to diverge from the NQ in the center of your screen. ES still holding strong, man, in its initial shorts. We did put in a new low on the pound initial shorts here. The euro hasn't put in a new low. It's still bearishly confirmed, but like you can see here, there's another new low on the pound. There's no gaps about trying to fill price. We're just literally trying to get down here to the next box. This is why I keep telling you guys I'm on Forex a lot, because of the opportunities that price action is a little bit clearer right now. And there's the drop on gold and silver. Dineth, I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm not sure if you took advantage of it, but this is why I told you guys, no matter what you view about the daily system, like, you have to follow the True Algo trends. And you can see now silver is updating that it is starting its weekly bearish trend as well on a Tuesday. But there's, again, a push down all the way from 26.30. It's a $12 an ounce move short on gold now. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic, man. See if it can keep pulling the pound and the euro down as well. ES now starting to go into take profit. Here comes the circle being attacked here on US 30 right side, but you can see the ES now. Reminder, the average retracement is 20 ticks. And then from right here, we got to that 24. I think that last week got us to 27 of the average retracement point, and then it pushes down. Yorna, if you're in here watching live, bud, when I was trying to coach you yesterday, this is what I'm talking about. The stress is so much lower on the ES than for people on the NQ who can't handle these aggressive wicks. And any of you guys, even if you're not a member, man, like, don't get distracted by retail traders or YouTubers or on X about telling you to play the NQ, because the volatility is so much more. Even though the plays can go in your favor, the prop firms will take advantage of you too, playing on the NQ. Again, everyone thinks like they'll make $10,000 in 3 minutes. That's how usually the YouTube streamers get you. And then you don't realize if you can win $10,000 in 3 minutes, you can lose $20,000 in 3 minutes as well. So try to stay away from those things, those logical fallacies that those people show you on. A good way to know that those people are don't have your best interests is if they have an affiliate link available. That's usually the first giveaway. Marcos, the only thing on silver is the same as gold. It's just looking for shorts, reasons to push down, nothing else. True Algo members, right after this close, I'm going to go switch over to you guys so we can go hang out together just for the next close. So if any of you guys, if you do want to join us at True Algo, we do this every single day. So if you want help during specifically the New York Opens now is kind of, we've switched our schedule. We did a little bit later based off of feedback, but now we're back to the New York Opens every single day, Monday through Friday. We coach our members. So if you want assistance like this every day, we're here to help you. And we have our Black Friday deals going on right now. The yearly membership has 50% off. The 3-month has 25% off. And then every monthly plan has 15% off right now. And the yearly, you get 2 free months tacked on as well. So it's actually like 60% off the entire membership. So yeah, when you guys want to invest in yourself, we'll be here to help you, man. We mean it. The system is built different. You guys see that? It's not like other places that just simply say go long or short and they keep flipping their time frames at the top. If you want help in actual markets and stats to back up your ideas, none of this, by the way, you see how these don't change, they're static, which is really important. When these things change every single second, that's how people get logical fallacies start to get in place and you can't build a strategy or be consistent. We are here to help you. We mean it. Just waiting for this next close, True Algo members. US 30 did tap the box, by the way. Again, the target here is at first circle in the lower part of the box there. The NQ is continuing to consolidate. We're still in a bearish confirmation here on the ES, and this NQ is still in a bearish confirmation too. Remember, it has to close back above again to kill the NQ short. Apple, man, look at NVIDIA. Jeez. Whew. Remember, True Algo members, yesterday talking to you guys that NVIDIA and Tesla candles will tend to look very, very similar. And you can see at New York Open, they both have a gigantic wick on both sides, taking out everybody on both sides of the options chain. Apple's still stuck at the box. Microsoft is now starting a bullish trend. So now Microsoft is continuing a bullish trend. Apple is now neutral. NVIDIA is neutral. And Tesla is neutral. So 3 out of 4 are neutral. 1 is bullish. Okay. US 30 is still in its bearish confirmation, but there's no new position now that you've tapped the box. There is another bullish confirmation here on the NQ. ES is still in a bearish confirmation. Gold hit take profit on the next line. Silver got all the way back down to daily open. Somebody just bought the crap out of oil. I just now saw that, guys. This is not a new position on oil, by the way. You guys see this? Again, from the weekly system, it's gone great, but there's no new oil position. Even though you saw like that long position, and that's not something we took. You can't take a long position because it's actually hit the box above. Again, if you're from the weekly system, that's gone fantastic, but that's why I deleted that position. There's no long. I don't want anyone to think that that was a long position that was taken. It has to close and then activate on the close. But cool. All right, True Algo members, come catch me over on Discord. I'll help you guys throughout the continuance of the New York session. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Come check out our Discord if you guys have any questions. I appreciate you guys so much.